This is the weekly rundown, where we cover rig counts, oil prices, and trending news for the week. And I'm your host, Greg Williams. Welcome back to the weekly rundown. Oil prices bounced up on Monday in a volatile trade after diving to their lowest levels in 15 months as the market worried that risks in the global banking sector could spark a recession that would sap fuel demand. Let's see what our top articles are for this week. Offshore oil and gas set for growth with $214 billion USD of investments in the pipeline. With more than $200 billion of greenfield investments expected by 2025, the offshore oil and gas sector is expected to get back into the spotlight. Exxon touts $15 billion USD investment through 2030 if Namibe Basin offshore Angola is positive. ExxonMobil Corp could invest $15 billion through 2030 if it makes commercial oil discoveries in the Namibe Basin. Pauliano Geronimo, chairman for the Angola National Agency for Petroleum, Gas, and Biofuels, said in Luanda. Eni announces a new discovery offshore Mexico. Eni has announced a new discovery on the Yatzil exploration prospect in Block 7, located in the mid to deep water of the Cienco Salina in the Sureste Basin offshore Mexico. According to preliminary estimates, the new findings may contain around 200 million barrels of oil. Shelf Drilling North Sea reports on 2022. David Mullen, Chief Executive Officer, commented, "Following the successful completion in October 2022 of the acquisition of the 5 high-specification harsh environment jackup rigs, Shelf Drilling North Sea delivered outstanding operating and financial results in our first quarter of operations with the operational uptime of 98% and adjusted EBITDA of $17 million. I would like to thank all our shore-based and offshore employees for their dedication and support during this complex transaction." JX Nippon, oil and gas exploration, acquires a Japan drilling company. JX Nippon, oil and gas exploration, has reached an agreement with the funds related to Aspirant Group Incorporated to acquire the entire issued shares of Japan Drilling Company. JX Nippon aims to complete the acquisition around the end of April of this year. Now it is time for our oil prices. As of Monday, March 20th, WTI is at $67.29. Brent is at $73.29. Natural gas is at $2.35 per 1 million BTU. And here is Allison with our rig counts.
U.S. rig count is up 8 to 754 rigs. The U.S. rig count is up 8 from last week to 754, with oil rigs down 1 to 589, gas rigs up 9 to 162, and miscellaneous rigs unchanged at 3. The U.S. rig count is up 91 rigs from last year's count of 663, with oil rigs up 65, gas rigs up 25, and miscellaneous up 1. The U.S. offshore rig count is up 3 to 17, up 5 year-over-year. Canada rig count is down 16 to 207 rigs. Canada rig count is down 16 from last week to 207, with oil rigs down 17 to 122, gas rigs up 1 to 85. Canada rig count is up 31 rigs from last year's count of 176, with oil rigs up 19, gas rigs up 12. I am Allison, and this has been the North America rig count. Join me each week as I cover all the changes in the North America domestic rig count. Keep turning to the right.
This week's rundown is sponsored by Alliance One Oilfield. Alliance One Oilfield is a leading oilfield supply, service, and support company based in Houston, Texas. They provide a variety of products and services to meet the needs of clients worldwide. You can find them at all1oilfield.com. That is ALL, the number 1, OILFIELD.com. Just a reminder, all of this information and more can be found at www.riglinks.com, where our goal is to simply connect people. And that's it for this week's rundown. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, then drop us an email at info@riglinks.com. Have a great week, everyone. This has been the Weekly Rundown, hosted by Greg Williams and published by Riglinks.com. If you're interested in becoming a partner or sponsoring the show, then drop us an email at info@riglinks.com. That is info@riglynx.com.